Hey everybody, this is David B69, and NBA 2K23 has released. I know we're not even close to basketball season, so the fact that this is out right now is absolutely insane. I don't think the season starts for like another month and a half, which is like extremely early for something like this to release. I'm okay with it, but it's just kind of weird. Some of the things, and this is the current gen PS5 version. Jordan Challenge is now in the game. Yeah, of course, the My Career and My Team, which I call the money makers for the grind. Which I like My Career. It's actually kind of cool. I don't mind it as much because you can, if you work and grind at it, you actually can. But a lot of times people are just having to grind and make money because the temptation's there to spend some money and everything, to buy some VC so you can get your player into enjoyable range like quicker. So it's like the whole temptation is there, and that's what people do. And then they have the online stuff, and I'm not a big fan of it, but I do understand the people that do enjoy it. So that is there. You can do Play Now, which is like everything in current rosters. WNBA exists. And this is like actually really cool. myNBA has now expanded. It's really, really cool because you can select myNBA, obviously correct a save slot. And this is what's cool about it. Let it load for a second. You can select the era in which you would like to start. This is absolutely crazy and crazy cool. So you could start in the year 1983-84 season. The Sixers just won the championship, and you'd be starting right from there, which is like completely wild. And whoever basically gets the first overall pick, you can get Olajuwon, you can get Jordan, you could basically go through that draft, which is extremely insane. Now, the thing is, there's like certain players that are not in the game. Barkley's not in the game. And there's a bunch of other players that are not in the game as well. So it does take away from that. But you can start from the Jordan age. You start in 1991. And there's draft, and you can get Shaq. Then there's the Kobe era. And there's just some guy named LeBron and other people and everything that you can wind up drafting. And then you got the modern era, which is right now, and you'd have your current NBA players and such. But it's just kind of wild. I'm going to just go through this and show you it real quick, just because it is so cool. Like I said, it's just fun and interesting that you could do all this stuff. You could set up all your role-playing things that you want to have. So I kind of find it interesting. 1 second here. Want to go. Go to the thing. I like the morale and chemistry. Random storyline for real prospects, including historical draft classes. Yeah, which is what I want. Yeah, I mean, you should have that, right? Yeah, you should have that. I do not want to be given things because a lot of times that's just not fun. And obviously, we're not doing online. And we have salary cap. We have hard cap. I mean, we could do a fantasy draft and like redraft the entire NBA as it currently sits, which is wild. But we don't want to really do that. We're going to select the Sixers. This is the teams that are in it. You can see there are some teams that are not in their current space and naming venture. The Washington Bullets, which kudos to the NBA for just saying, yes, this is part of our history. We accept it as it is. Thank you, NBA, for accepting things as they used to be. So the Washington Bullets exist. Yeah, they existed. It's okay. The Kansas City Kings, it's a thing. They existed. They were not in Sacramento. They were in Kansas City at the time. That's wild. San Diego Clippers. Come on, people. I mean, look at the old New Jersey Nets logo and the Denver Nuggets logos. This stuff is just wild and like super cool. Got the Seattle Supersonics. Oh, this was my time as an NBA fan. I really, really just loved it. So, yeah. So, anyway, let's continue. What the heck is this? No, I'm not sharing anything. I don't want to share something. I hit something by accident. Oh, I didn't do that, no. Okay. Okay, here we go. Some of the major changes happening in this era. The Hornets, Heat, Magic, and Timberwolves join in 1988 and 89. There's more physical play and hand checking is allowed. Vintage 80s era presentation with simple overlays. Also, the San Diego Clippers moved to LA in 84. Kansas City Kings moved to Sacramento in 85. And there's different floors for the different stadiums. New uniforms, unique 80s commentary during gameplay, and zone defense is banned. So you can't play zone. And of course, we want to use the 1984 draft class. That's the whole point. I don't plan on playing any of these games, so what I want to do is I just want to simulate the regular season. And I'm always going to have the CPU handle it because I don't really want to deal with it. I will deal with trade things. I'm pretty much going to decline them all the time. Okay, here we go. Now, who do I want to target here? I want to look at Jordan, Olajuwon. I have a feeling that those guys might be pretty good. Stockton, Otis Thorpe. I'm not sure about this Perkins guy. So the reason I'm checking so many is I have 3 draft picks. Going into after the 84 season, the Sixers had a lot of draft picks. They did a really, really good job. Let's see, and I want to also be able to scout around my pick. So I want to target around the 6th pick because that's probably where I'm guessing that will be. Yeah. And I need my most important thing would be point guard, shooting guard, small forward, and probably center around like 70% of it. That should be I mean, that's not a bad deal. I just don't want to trade. I mean, that was not a bad deal. I'm going to scout the best first rounders, confirm, and also want to do that, and do the trip. Okay, I want to do that trip. Okay, since I have all the injuries, this should automatically pretty much be automatic. And these are just doing trips and stuff to scout the players a little bit better. I don't have anybody. I've already been through a season, so I know that I don't have anybody that for contract extension. So. Okay, most valuable player is Larry Bird. Ralph Sampson is Rookie of the Year. Sixth Man of the Year is Kevin McHale. Defensive Player of the Year was Moses Malone. That's cool. Most Improved Player, John Bagley. Casey Jones, the coach. So, yeah, cool. Magic Johnson is injured, and so is Larry Bird. Wow. But they are still the number one seed and on each side. So let's see how we do in the first round. And we advance to the second round, which is something we generally don't do. Let's simulate this round. Ooh. So we're in the conference finals against the Celtics, and the Lakers are up against the Jazz. And we'll simulate the first game, see what we do. Sixers take the first game. Game 2. Celtics take game 2. We take game 3. Ooh, we take game 4. And the Sixers advance to the finals. And we're going to face off against the Los Angeles Lakers. Okay. Lakers take game 1. They take game 2. We take game 3. We take game 4. Just out of curiosity, just looking at some of the stats. Let's see, Moses Malone is dominating inside, being a terror. Ooh. And we have a 3-2 lead. And some way to do this here. Okay. And trying to get us to around 2 minutes to go. Okay, perfect. We are 102, 2 minutes to go. NBA Finals. Let's jump in and see how this is. Now, the one thing I do not want to have is I do not want to be playing with the side here. I want to be like my camera. Yeah, I like the 2K box one, but let's see here, zoom.
Outside, Scott. Inside. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, and they take the lead. Abdul-Jabbar's got 10 points in just the second half. 76ers trailing. Cheeks the pass to Irving. Here's Jones. And it's sent back by McAdoo.
Showing off his defensive abilities, McAdoo hustles to get a hand on the shot.
To the paint. There's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the assist by Scott. Scott's got his 5th assist in this one. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles. Now, here's Richardson. Irving dishes to Johnson. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10. All going up court. The shot's good from Abdul-Jabbar.
Need a big hoop? Get it to Kareem. A championship caliber star.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're trailing by 6. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth. Philadelphia making a change here. Bennett's checked in. I now would send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. Billy Cunningham had some words for his team during the break. He told them they have to pick it up. He said there's no time like the present, fellas. Embrace the moment, and let's take back this game. We'll see what they can do, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Now, here is Irving. Another miss by Philadelphia.
You know, the fact is, he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
It's deflected.
In order to get back in this one, they'll have to be perfect from here on out.
No wiggle room at all. Any mistake or lost possession could shut the door on their night.
Here's Scott. And he comes up with the deuce.
I got to tell you, though, this feels like way different than like 2K22.
Especially this late in the game. Tough to close the gap in time.
Oh, glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive
wow.
one more time.
I don't know if it's the era or what.
Something happened. Got it into the teeth of the D and made them pay.
Now, here's Bennett. Will it go? And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. He's able to hit the second one, and that narrows the gap to 7. There's 25 seconds left to play in the final quarter. stolen by Cheeks.
Well, there's still a little time on the clock, but I think this one's a wrap.
A few possessions I'm sure they'll review on film. Might have changed the course of this game.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
So, yeah, we lost that one, so it's okay. So now we're going to go to Game 7. And the Lakers are going to win it. But we still want to jump in just so we can see the celebration. But you can see that, and you can see the different forum.
The Lakers with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Johnson finds Abdul-Jabbar. A second chance effort, and the shot is good from Johnson.
And so another incredible finals draws to a close, and the fans are already cheering for the Lakers.
They did take higher percentage shots throughout, and Clark had paid off for them.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, I love the patience leading to that consistency shooting the ball. I mean, those things go hand in hand. Patience, good passing, and good shooting.
They're going to close out a remarkable and dramatic NBA Finals with a tremendous win here in Game 7. And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this one. Such an overall great performance it was for Magic Johnson.
And just relentless on the boards. He battled down there for positioning and came away with a bunch of rebounds.
And this run has helped seal the win.
Give them credit for executing down the stretch. Nice work.
Irving double team. Here's Gabriel. The rebound by Cooper.
He's got to be more selective than that. Totally forced it.
Hard to understand why he decided to gamble the whole possession on that shot.
Got a piece of it. And that's it, folks. The Los Angeles Lakers have won it all. Wow. All the travel, all the practices, all the...
So, yeah. So you can see that they won. I'm not going to, go overboard and everything with seeing them celebrate. Oh, I guess I kind of skipped it. Yeah, they won the championship, yeah. So, Magic is the MVP. We advance. Got some player retirements. And here's some historic changes that go through. Player fouled in the transition is a clear path foul. Yes, the clear path foul is occurring during that time period. Uniforms for the Jazz change. Uniforms for the Pacers change. And San Diego moves to Los Angeles, so that changes as well. So that's kind of cool. And it's like these are the league meeting stuff. The clear path was the one that was accepted. And here comes the draft lottery. Now let's see if we get, it was actually really crazy. The last lottery and stuff. Okay. The Clippers are at 6. They stay at 6. Houston. Stay at 5. Atlanta. They They stay at 4. The Sixers, they have a chance at number 3, and they stay at 3. Number 2 is the Bulls. They stay at number 2. And the Clippers will be the number 1 pick. Okay, so let's see what we do with our next pick. I'm going to ignore staff signing and stuff. I'm not actually playing like a long term here. I could go back and everything and actually do this and stuff. If you really like this idea for a series, I could actually do this and have every episode be 1 year, and we can go through. And if you want me to play 1 or 2 games, I could do that. It's just an idea. It's just a thought of trying to have some fun with this, because this is, like I said, it's this is new and fresh and kind of cool, and it's like a new addition to. It's just a new addition to having the. It's just a neat new addition to having the franchise. It just gives you more options. You're not stuck in your normal rudimentary current year. Like I said, a few things that are bothering me is some of the players being missing and such, especially since it has effect on me. So because with no Barkley, and Reggie Miller is a huge part as well. Jordan gets drafted to the Los Angeles Clippers. Can you imagine the change there in history with Michael Jordan being a Clipper? Now, who did the Bulls take since Michael Jordan is not available? I believe the Bulls were number 3 pick overall. They got Olajuwon. So who would the Sixers have available? Oh, wow. There's 17 trade offers for my pick. Give me 8 and some guy named Sobers. Okay, see, this is an interesting one. The Bulls would be willing to give me a first-round pick for next year that is top 3 protected, and an unprotected pick in 1988, which is interesting. I would actually think about doing that deal, because that's not a bad deal. I mean, the Sixers made it all the way to the finals without the draft pick this year. They would easily be able to do it. So that's one of those interesting things. But like I said, it's this mode is really deep, and it's really, really cool. Yeah, I mean, I would do it either from Houston or from Chicago. I would take the 2 extra picks by getting rid of 1, because I still have 2 other first-round picks this round. So it wouldn't be that big of a deal. So I would do that in a heartbeat. And they take Stockton, which is fine. I mean, I could have taken Stockton. I would have been perfectly fine with that. So anyway, I just wanted to basically go over and show you guys a little bit of this. Let's just get out of this. We'll send to the next user pick. Yeah, I don't even know enough about this guy to... See, and I like that they even, like, are fine with the, they even, like, have David Stern as the commissioner back then, which is really cool. Sixers got, look at that, 76 overall for Cage. Which is like really, really good. The only thing he doesn't have is he doesn't have any badges. But theoretically, if he was being mentored by Moses Malone, he would gain those badges. Like I said, you gotta figure your mentorship. And look at this, a 73 overall. These are solid draft picks. Shame we're not actually playing them. But anyways, I just basically wanted to show off a little bit. We're going to just exit this mode because, like I said, it was just something that I thought was kind of cool. That you can actually like shoot through. And unfortunately, the myNBA errors are only available on the current gen PS5 and Xbox Series X consoles. Sadly, they're not available anywhere else. And it's just a shame, actually. But anyways, I just basically wanted to shoot that out. Yeah, if anybody else wants to see anything else in NBA 2K, make a comment down below. And I will try to make some content. I just generally I have enough with other things, and I've been having issues with my heads and stuff and everything, so I really haven't been able to do too much. And I have trouble. I mean, you could have seen and everything the way I was trying to play basketball. My eyes were not picking up things because my head really just isn't as clear as it should be right now, which is why I haven't been able to play any other games. I haven't been playing football or baseball because it's really just hard for me to get my eyes situated where I can see everything clearly. So it's just a pain in the what. Anyways, I hope everybody has a great day, has a great weekend. And until next time, this is Dave B69, and I'm out. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.